It's another one. We got another one.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Tonight, it's on to Week 10 already, and we've got a good one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Las Vegas Raiders. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Pulls it in at the 13. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Here we go.
Throwing to start here is Tua. This one into the hands of Thielen. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to pass. Tua. That is caught by Thielen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 26-yard line. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Tua going to throw. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and the Raiders pick it up.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yeah, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over.
Ready?
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Here we go.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Lance. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Lance. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Here's the Raiders punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Tua. That's caught by Waller out left side. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Dolphins are on the board first here in Vegas. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Dolphins 7, Raiders nothing.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. Here's Demir Bird to return from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
Lance and company going on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. 2 now on 1st down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover. But I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on 1st down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
The score, Dolphins 14, Raiders nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Bird to return from his end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he goes out right around the 39. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd
Once again, it's Jacobs. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Brings up 4th down.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Bird to return from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And some room to work. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
He's brought down at that 39-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
The Raiders on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. The Lance going to throw. Throw caught here by Bird. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard strike.
It's 4th down.
And they'll go for it. Lance. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Here's Lance to throw it. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That guy caused a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 53 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Striker, 3-3.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Buying time to his left. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Ready.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down.
Come on, set. Flight 2.
Lance looking to throw it. Touchdown Raiders. Demir Bird, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Play action, now it's Tua. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. 3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. He is going to find Hill here. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd and 10, Tua. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Tua sets up to pass it. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped by time and decided throwing it away was his best option.
Tua to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Adam Thielen in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
28, Raiders 7.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Bird to return from his end zone. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. Bird to return from his end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
You know, we always talk about the chess match in a football game, but we're usually talking about offensive coordinator versus defensive coordinator. How about the special teams coaches? I think we just saw a big-time adjustment by one to help his team get a spark to start the second half.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on on that play sheet for any of those coordinators. They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Over the middle, complete. It's Jacobs. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Lance. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Dolphins will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They're going deep for Hill. They've got his man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Here's Jacobs. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal operating from the 8-yard line.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Throwing now is Lance. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Jacobs will cross the line. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
The try here for the extra point. It's good, and it's now 35-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder...
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Play action. Now it's Lance. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jerome Johnson, 49 yards. And the Raiders take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half. Inside handoff. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. It's Hill, complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 9 yards on the carry there, and that will be the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. They fake the handoff. Now Tua winds up and lets it go for Samuel. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Deebo Samuel, 33 yards. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Bird to return from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Yellow, go.
On play action, Lance. Open man is Raymond. He's got it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Off of play action, here's Lance. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance. Now Lance throws the interception, his third. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Raiders 21.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Bird to return from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games we just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
After the turnover, it's Tua. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins look like they're about to put an end to their two-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. this out, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And now they'll throw with Lance. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Desperation time here. Lance. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more so. Oh, this is blocked. Oh, the Raiders have it. Taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And all the way into the end zone, and it's 2 points. Boy, I think I need an oxygen mask after those last 2 plays, CD. The long touchdown followed by the even longer return on the block PAT.
I wonder if after that long touchdown, if someone actually needed a play off and didn't take it, and maybe that was the breakdown of protection led to the block.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards. On first down, Lance. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
Lance now on 1st down. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. And Lance now to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
First and 10.
One final try now for Lance. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in fantasy football.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football in that